little stretch routine here. Start the morning. I already did the first part of the workout, so I wanted to come and, just put the stretch routine together. That way you can see a little mixture of the, different stuff that I might do. And of course, since my lower back is, flexibility of the lower back is something I've been working on. It's kind of what I like to, do and kind of start out with. So I've got like a resistance band, that allows me to kind of, for those that are a little bit less flexible, I can kind of, pull myself down and get a little bit lower. I don't have my glasses on. Let me see. What's going on, everybody? I know that I sound like an old man to say that, right? Put my glasses up. But yeah, little vision, most definitely just getting down low. Hamstrings definitely important, big time. This also stretches a little bit of the side, kind of in there as well. Of course, here we go with some more groin focus here. Of course, want to get kind of good stretch in the groin area. Also a little bit of the inner thigh, definitely inner thigh and groin heavy, this type of position. Definitely want to be sure to get down in there. That way, it's definitely a good stretch. Probably move on to a little bit of quad here. Just gotta get right to start the morning here. Moving on to the other side. Yeah, I don't really go for a set time, but the kind of like I try to push further than the last time I did the stretch, and then basically, get down kind of low in there. That way it's kind of like, up a little bit more inner thigh here, a little bit more groin. Yeah. And this is kind of a preview of some of the stuff that my private group will be doing on this weekend, Saturday, because we've got, of course, the redacted. What's that they do in those like Chinese theater movies where it's like their mouths are moving differently because obviously they're speaking in like Mandarin Chinese, but yet they'll put like an English actor's, voice actor on the top of it. So they're like, so that's what it should look like. Like if I was gonna tell you like what we're doing this weekend, then it would be kind of like just like, but not like actually, you can't actually hear it, because we'll let that be just videos and stuff that we continue to put up because that's like a secret society. Yeah. Let's see what should I do next. Guess I'll move on to some of the arm, portions here. But arm, chest, because you've got like bicep, a little bit of chest, like some deltoid, these muscles down in here being stretched in here. Of course, get a little good rotation, that way, like, okay, my hand starts out on this side, and this side, so I get a good rotation on all three of the different angles. So rotate and then get down in there. Because it's each one of the different 3 ways that you turn your hand, right? It causes your whole arm to turn. So you're basically causing a situation where you're stretching, of course, you know, a different direction, and just gives you a different kind of perspective or whatever area of the muscle that needs to be stretched next. So start with like a hand open on the ground like this, and then I'll rotate it to like the inside, and then I'll stop with like my hand, you know, facing the back on the ground. Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Come up here, wave at everybody. Throw that guy in there. What's going on? Putting together a little stretching effort here. Can I get the morning started out the right way? A little bit of hamstring here, upper back, you know, shoulders. And then of course, you can transition in, get a good ab stretch, most definitely. Oh yeah. Okay. Now, of course, we'll get into a little bit of this. Dang, killing my stretch. Let's go back up. Had a little time limit for the screen time limiter. Okay, be done with that for right now. Screen time limiter just kind of messed me up, but whatever. Okay. Oh yeah. Basically, the goal being to essentially stretch every single muscle group possible, right? Because any muscle that you have is a muscle that can be either A, torn, or B, be injured. So you want to increase the flexibility in every single muscle in the body, really. call these something like butt inches, because you're like kind of like trying to inch your way down. Of course, the purpose of this being like that shoulder, chest, area, just increasing flexibility, multi-directional. That way, get around, Okay. Trying to, of course, touch the back of my shoulder blade with this hand. Then I will flip. Do the same on the other side. Okay. Now, attempting to get a little bit of side, so you're really getting into side here, plus of course some groin area and some outer thigh. Flip. Again, side, groin, outer thigh, Okay. No, I don't like for my head to touch the ground. I like my hair. Okay. So I guess the first thing, I typically will start this here with like a neck bridge, like this. Of course, looking to strengthen that muscle in the neck, especially for those that work from home, or if you slouch, it's good to get some strength in your neck, get a little action in there. And then, of course, from there, kind of get into a little bit more of the lower back again. And really, I wonder if there's a way that I can incorporate the resistance band into this. Let me leave that for right now, but head down, straight and flat. You want to make sure, of course, spinal alignment, neck proper alignment, and then look to stretch the lower back here. Yeah, for those of us who are of non-flexible lower back, oh yeah, let's go ahead and touch that ground. If you're of non-flexible lower back, of course, making sure that you get your lower back flexibility up, is important. Right? Because think about it. If you're running, or if you're trying to do anything athletic, right, you need your lower back to be able to power out and get upfield, right? If you're trying to, play a sport or something like that, you need your lower back to be able to be flexible, of course, because like if you're running, if you're powering off, right, let's say you're trying to run, you're powering off, as you're taking a step forward, that's partially lower back giving you the energy to push off as you're taking that step. So to have that lower back flexibility, it'll give you the ability to kind of get a little faster, right? because your muscles will be able to, you know, expand and contract, you know, at a higher rate. And then of course, working on that inner thigh groin again. So it kind of gave it a little discomfort from the split attempt. But it's all good. Stretch that right out. Oh, I see. Okay. I was trying to find a good way to get that iron back out, but let's move into this because I hadn't done this anyway, so. This is a good one, of course, for outer thigh. A little bit of groin action in here as well. You know, objective, of course, to touch butt to dirt. You know, we would say something a little different in high school in terms of what you put to dirt, but butt to dirt is good enough in this instance, right? Okay. Then, of course, also, let's go ahead and pay some mind to the inner shoulder in here. Of course, like all that deltoid, rotator cuff, all that, all those areas, or whatever. Keep in mind, I'm not an expert in terms of like what the muscle groups are. So, but what I can do is, stretch it. I know it feels right. That's all you need. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. I should probably show what I'm doing. Knee out. Rotating in to essentially try to get the other side. That way you really open the gate up. You want to open that gate. That way you've got, hip flexibility, because, your hip is extremely important, right? Because especially when you get older, right? You need to be able to have that ability to have that hip flexibility, because if you've got the strength in your hips, you should be able to lower chance of injury of the hip, right? And this, of course, also is a good stretch for the sides as well. And a little bit of the lateral areas of the lower back, like, in there. This, of course, being important for change of direction. Let's go ahead and pop a little wave on here. Okay. Let's go to calves. So, of course, in here you see, looking to really get those calves stretched out. Take a seat, sit on the balls of your foot. Sometimes I'll put my hands out, that type of thing, but not necessary. Of course, might put a little dance in, if I'm just kind of chilling and doing my thing. And even, little arm swing here. And I have actually been a person to have I forgot what it's called when you have, they say like shin splints or whatever. But doing this right here will knock all that out. in terms of, you know, like making sure that your shin, like that I don't know what the muscle on the front side of your like your, cause you know, you've got like your whatever. I don't know what this area, like what the front end is called. I know obviously the back side is your calf, but I don't know what the front side is called. If you just join, can you type in the comments, what is the front muscle group? Not the back, like I know this is the calf, but what's the front? You know the front muscle? If you put that in the comments, that'd be great. I don't know what it's called, like, you know, like, because obviously people will talk about like shin splints, but obviously the shin is kind of like that area, but that's not what the muscle is called. Because like you've got your calf on the rear end, I just don't know what the front muscle is called. So if you'll hop on Google or Siri or something like that, that'd be excellent. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and do the other side. So of course, this is a basically foot stretch, because doing this, of course, giving you that area in the, you know, your foot, being able to stretch that out. How rude. You leave without putting in the comment on what the muscle is. It's out of here. Okay.